Yo, 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 what is going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown Your Questions, episode 549. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez,
What's up, people? How's it going?
Chris Seeley,
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero,
Yo, yo, yo.
and coming to us from the metaverse, Mr. Adam Vale. Oh, he's muted. Adam, you're muted. No, now you're good now. Talk again, say it again.
That is so crazy. Unless it mute. You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Yes.
Oh, I think this did it when I put my hands up.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
You
Oh,
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Yeah. All right, what's going on, Andre? So yeah, for you guys just listening, Adam's doing the show with a MetaQuest 3 headset on right now. So Adam, what do you see, bro, right now?
I see midgets. I see
You tossing them?
Will they want toss? Yep, midget tossing. Those were the days. Good times. But it cost me $20. Not cheap. Not cheap. But what I see is I have passed through on, so I could see my desktop, my monitor. I could see my desk, but then also I can see my windows within the metaverse. So I moved them over. I pinch and I moved them over to the left and the right side. So when I turn my head over, I can see the menus, but then I could still see you guys and do this whole thing. So yeah, it's working. But I guess when I put my hands in front, it mutes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Kind of mute thing. I didn't realize. I don't remember doing that before. But then when we were off camera, but then again, I didn't have my hands in the front of me. You know.
Yeah.
So
That's what it is. Yeah. Assyrian Air Force is going on. Barry Burton holding it down. Welcome to another show, man. So let's get into it. Oh yeah, some house cleaning, or housekeeping, I should say. Brett's not going to be on tonight. He has the stomach flu. He's been fighting for a couple of days. That's why he also wasn't on Thursday.
Oh,
so
man.
hopefully he gets better soon. Brian said he's going to be out. I think some work stuff. And Rich is, still in Seattle. So he's probably getting ready to come home.
At the basketball game.
Oh,
and in pictures and stuff.
Oh shit! So there you go.
Hanging out.
Good stuff.
They were hanging out. Fergus had some VIP access.
Shout out to Fergus Mills.
It's a VIP.
Fergus Mills.
Oh, shoot, here we go.
Well, he works for what does he work for again, Carlos? Like that stadium or something?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we want to put that out there. But
you probably don't want to put that out.
But he has access. He has access. Let's just say that, I'm glad
he's a very important person.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't know more shit. That's why I'm like, he has access, It's like, you have a friend that, works in the hotel industry, wink, wink,
Damn,
shit like
Manny,
that.
You see Tony taking a play out of my book. You see
That's what Manny does when he's highlighting.
Spoiler, damn.
That's
Why you taking my spots, man?
That's right. My bad, I shouldn't be telling people about your hotel business.
Too much
Well,
right?
Well, I think you can say that I'm sleepless in Seattle.
Oh man, good stuff. All right, man. Let's get to some of these questions. First up from Mr. Illustrated Dio. Will Gears of War E-Day be a multi-plat release at launch, or will it be an Xbox exclusive for a while?
I think it's gonna be time.
You think it's gonna be time? They already said it.
Well, that's how when they were talking about the Indiana Jones, and they were like, "What's up with this?" And I was like, "Well, we want all our games on the other one, but they will be timed exclusive. So if they're applying that to all of them going forward, the next big one is I don't know. No, it's not going to be the Gears A. That one's later on in a year, so I don't know what's the next one. But the way they made it sound, based off of how the Indiana Jones, when people ask the same question, what's going on with the future stuff with this? They said, we'll have it here exclusive for a few months, not years, and then it'll go out on the other platforms.
So you think that's what they're going to do?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I mean, what's the whole point of putting Gears on PlayStation unless you want to pull them in, not to your platform, but to pull them into the franchise, and that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, but to be fair, wasn't Gears Reloaded day and date on everything? It wasn't exclusive,
But that wasn't.
It's not. It's an old game, man. It hasn't been on a PlayStation. It's already been on Xbox at almost every generation.
Yeah,
since the 360.
Yeah, but my point is, yeah. So man, you also think it'll be a timed exclusive?
I think it'll be a time exclusive. I think they're gonna, just like Indiana Jones. Like, what was it? Indiana Jones was like 6 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Right. Yeah, they released it at like end of the year, like maybe October or something like that, and then it came out like a
Actually, it came out
like
in
May or
December because
something.
remember it didn't qualify to be at the
Yeah,
Game
it didn't
Awards.
qualify for Games Awards. Yeah, theoretically, it should qualify this year.
Yes, which it won't qualify
If
for
you're-
anything because
It
no one
won't.
cares.
It won't
You
qualify.
know,
For it. It wasn't nominated for anything, right? Oh wait, no.
we don't know the nominations
Yeah, it
yet.
wasn't nominated. Oh,
We don't know the nominations yet.
yeah.
What about you, Carlos? You think it's going to be day and date, or will it be timed exclusive?
I feel like, if you're asking me what's the smart thing to do, I feel like at this point it's better to do day and date. It just builds more hype. With Sony, their strategy where they do, we're going to release Miles Morales or Spider-Man or God of War, at this time, and a year later it's going to be on PC. I feel like that works just because it generates enough hype and revenue for Sony for them to, have their cake and eat it too. But with Microsoft, if they don't catch fire at the beginning, it could be detrimental to the franchise. And so I feel like the smart thing to do is just do day and date. And
Do you
but I
think
don't think
they
they're going
will?
to do that. I
Yeah.
feel like oh no, I don't think they're going to do that. I feel like I agree with the rest of the panel. I think they're going to do a timed exclusive, and I don't think they will even tell us it's a timed exclusive. I think it's going to get released on Xbox Play Anywhere, and then maybe 6 to 10 months later, it's going to be like, oh, coming out on PlayStation.
Yeah.
They still want people, and people are like, oh, well, they're not buying the games. No, they want them on Game Pass. So they have to give some incentive on it. If they put it on all the platforms at the same time, people just get on the PlayStation if that's where they're playing it.
Yeah.
But they want something for the people that at least get on Game Pass. Like, hey, even if you have a PlayStation, you play it on your phone or whatever, but on Game Pass right now, you could play it for like a month early. I don't think it's going to be like 6 months or anything crazy.
Yeah, because even Indiana Jones, I don't think was that long.
No.
My honest answer, a lot of people won't like this, is just I legitimately don't know. Because remember, this is the same company that said we're only going to have 4 of our exclusives, and then the floodgates opened, So, yeah, they could say, oh, yeah, we're going to have time exclusives, and they'd be like, fuck it, we're doing day and date now. Microsoft changes their opinion at the dime. So I honestly don't know, but I do agree with you, Carlos. I think it would be smart if they release a day and date. Make all your money, because PlayStation guys will buy it physically. But I honestly don't know if what they're going to do. I wish I could be like, me, I like clean answers, but I don't know. Microsoft is just so wishy-washy. Who the fuck knows what they're going to do,
And to be fair to us, when Microsoft did say it's only going to be 4 games, the next day we said it was bullshit.
Yeah, well, we call that shit out real quick,
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Chris, what about you? What do you think they're going to do with E-Day?
Oh, I honestly don't know. I agree with you. I couldn't figure what they do like cross-platform promotion, so I couldn't venture a guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. By the way, while we're doing this, can somebody check on how long it actually did take Indiana Jones to come out on PlayStation? It was not that long. I think it was less than 6 months, to be honest. I think it was still cold when this shit came out. Like it was in summer.
The Great Circle, right?
Yeah, the Great Circle. Yes.
Yeah, I think
So it came out December 9th.
Yeah, December 9th on Xbox, and then on PlayStation.
On
March.
April
Okay,
17th.
There you go. So it's like 4 months basically. If
4 months.
4 or 5, but yeah, 4 months. I don't know math, but it was not 6. All right, let's move on here. Assyrian Air Force is also joining us tonight. So if you want us to, adjust anything with the question, let us know. When will Microsoft start honoring the deal for Call of Duty to be on Nintendo hardware? That's a good question. Because you would think it would have been this year, but so far we haven't heard anything, have we?
No, we have heard a lot. We've heard that all these third-party games can't run on that shit. That's the problem. All these games, these high-end, supposed quality games that can run on it, and they all have issues. Or at least in handheld, you gotta have it docked, or try to run it through the cloud. The hardware just isn't there. It's still outdated. It's not living.
Not
up to-
only
so I
that,
think
Adam,
that's
the
other
cards,
issue.
the key cards or whatever, it's like you can't fit the whole game in a cartridge, you know. So you got to use the virtual key cards, and as we know, Nintendo guys don't like key cards. So, but this Call of Duty, what is it, Black Ops 7 we're on now? Like, they didn't say it was coming for Switch, right?
No, I haven't heard anything, no. But I figured that they would get Warzone, the multiplayer,
Yeah.
the one that's on phones. You would think that would be an easiest, just port that over. But maybe there's still issues with the hardware itself. And I was like, we're going to have to run it off the cloud. We can't do it on there native. It's just not that strong.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Certain Enough Force goes, isn't Outer Worlds 2 launching on all major platforms? It is, but you got to remember the first game was multi-plat as well. I know Microsoft owns, that company now, Obsidian, I believe it is.
Obsidian.
But, since the previous one was already multi-plat, they're not going to just change that for this one. Different situation in Gears, which was always historically a Microsoft franchise.
So yeah, like the way it seems to be, at least the way it seems to be working at this point in time, anything that was classically a multi-plat title continues to stay multi-plat.
Yeah. With
the exception of like new franchises or classically Xbox ones, they all seem to be timed. So Hi-Fi Rush, Grounded, Indiana Jones, stuff like that.
Yeah. For sure.
And also, if it's also the rule seems to be old games seem to just be coming day and date.
Yeah.
So if they put out a Halo Combat Evolved, I'm sure that's going to be on everything at once.
Yeah. Chris, what are your thoughts on when we're going to start seeing Call of Duty games on Nintendo? Because remember, they said that was part of the deal. That's how Microsoft kind of evaded the FTC or whatever.
I don't think Black Ops 7 is going to be on there at all. I don't think you can run it. Part of this deal might be they're going to get their own Call of Duty, like some kind of like Call of Duty Baby's First War.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they can't run the current shit now.
It was that they signed a 10-year deal with Microsoft Games and all these that they would bring them over.
Yeah.
So they have brought over other games. I mean, Call of Duty isn't available right now for whatever reason. They can't port it over. But
but they might port go way back. Okay, we'll put out Black Ops 3. We'll put out Advanced Warfighter. We'll put out World War 2. Because those are several years old.
Yeah.
But you're not getting Black Ops 7. There's no way.
No.
I agree.
They should put the Modern Warfare 2 remastered, the one that they did. They could put those. The older ones that got cleaned up a little bit. Put those on there. People will still play them. The only thing is that, in fact, I think those servers are still on. I can't remember.
And you would be honoring your agreement. Remember the agreement never said new games. They never said that. They said Call of Duty.
Yep, they never said new games.
That's that back door they have.
And they have put over some other ones. Any other deals as part of Activision, I'm sure still applies because that was the whole block of the purchase, not just Call of Duty, but all of it. So hey, we're still trying to figure this out, but we're giving you other ones. We're giving you other Activision games from that. So,
yeah. A Siri Nerf Force. I think do you have an insider, bro? He goes, we will see with Forza Horizon 6 being announced at TGS in September. Where are you hearing that from? I highly doubt if Forza Horizon 6 was going to be announced, it would be at TGS. The Japanese don't give a fuck about that game, bro.
No, you have a better chance of hearing a new
the Game Awards. The Game Awards, that would be a better shot. What's going on?
Maybe that's what he meant. The game.
Huh?
Maybe that's what he meant. He just put an S instead of an A.
No, but he said September. That's a difference. He said.
Oh, that is true.
Unless he knows something we don't know about the Game Awards being in September. Oh man, what's going? He goes. Gino Breaker, what's going on? He goes, "What's up, Throwdown? What's up, brother? Thanks for joining us." It's supposed to take place in Japan. Is it? Forza Horizon 6 supposed to? I think that's all rumors right now. So don't count on that. That would be interesting though. So I see where you're coming from, but. I'm going to take that as just a pure rumor for now. Let's not count on that. All right, another question from Mr. Asir and therefore. So again, we get this question fairly regularly, but it's fair because every few months changes, right? What are
Things change.
what are your most anticipated games for the rest of the year? Because remember, last time we answered this question, it was like 2 months ago, and one of the games was Metal Gear Delta. That's already out. So now we got fresh games to talk about.
You know, the Capcom game with the girl and the hacking shit. That looks fun.
That's not dropping this year?
I don't know.
It's got to be 2025.
You played it. You played it.
Yeah, but there was no.
know.
But there's no release date. You know, like what you?
There's no release date.
No, like Resident Evil has a release date. You know, Pragmata,
What
not
the
so
hell's the
much.
name of that game again?
Pragmata.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I
It
did
sounds
play
like
it.
problematic.
Yeah, I did. I did play it, but there was no release date. So I was like, Manny, you know something I don't.
Yeah, I got the same you know, backdoor you know, information like Logic Wins.
Yeah, no, like
Was
you
it
mean the
Logic
Syrian? No, it's the Syrian Air Force.
Syrian
Yeah.
Syrian Air Force, excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry, Logic Wins.
Yeah. I'll go first because this is a game I'm probably going to review. Ninja Gaiden 4. You know, I'm looking forward to that. And like I said before, I probably will play it just to be part of the conversation, but I'm not exactly excited for Ghost of Yotei. I don't think that's going to be as good as the first one. I've stated my reasons why before. Again, I'll probably play it just to, you know, be in a conversation. But I don't think.
But what's your most what would be your most
Yeah, I said it.
anticipated- Obviously
I said it.
not-
Ninja Gaiden.
yeah.
I said it. Yeah. For this year, you know, because what else is coming out? You know.
I don't know.
All right, Adam, you got anything Call of Duty? I'm guessing Black Ops, the greatest game of all time.
Not that, but it's funny.
Wait! A Call of Duty game is not your most anticipated game for the last half of 2000 for the year.
It's always the FC20s. Yeah.
Oh,
FC20s.
really?
I play on my footy
Over
ball.
Call of
I always
Duty,
play on my
interesting.
footy ball. Yeah, because it's my footy ball game.
He loves your. He loves
Okay,
your
fair
football.
enough.
Yeah, that's it. So I got 26. I'm looking forward to it. But I played Call of Duty Black Ops today on the VR headset. I used the Xbox app with the controller, and I was playing it. That was kind of crazy, throwing it all up and then this huge screen and then doing that. Still getting killed. It didn't make me a better player, so there goes that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's fun. It's something to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's new that stands out that can trigger anything. Yeah, you guys said Metal Gear, but that came out already.
That came out already. Yeah, you answer with 2. That's good enough.
Yeah, those are my yearly 2. Those are my yearly 2, like clockwork. You know, those are the ones.
I respect it.
Is there a VR game that's going to come out later this year that you're looking forward to?
I don't play any VR games like that. Even that, the Call of Duty was not a VR game. That's just going in. I use it mainly just for watching TV movies on a big screen. That experience, I like that experience, and then my virtual desktop. You know, but yeah, I haven't played. Have I played anything? I think I played what's it called, Kickabout or something. No, Walkabout. That's miniature golf.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's all these
I
miniature
thought it was an
golf.
Aboriginal game or some shit.
No, we play mini golf, so I've done that. There is a boxing though, remember? And then I want to do that. Remember, I get the whole chess piece.
That's
and all
it.
that.
All right.
Run your pockets, right?
Run your pockets. All right. Oh, Carlos, what about you? Anything you're looking forward to for the rest of the year?
Yeah, Metroid, if that does come out this year, which it's looking like less and less so by the minute, because they haven't said anything about this in a while. So
Shit, it's been a while.
we don't even have a release date. It's been a while. So if it's not that, probably Hollow Knight, Silk Song, not Silk Sonic. And
I haven't played the first one.
Yeah, I never played it either.
what else is on the calendar?
Yeah, you
what's
fucking with that Ninja Gaiden?
The Terminator side scroller and the X-Men one. Isn't the X-Men side scroller still coming out? The beat 'em up by Tribute.
It is
X-Men?
No, isn't it Marvel? You mean?
Whatever. It's all the side scrollers. They got all the.
It's a Marvel site. Hold on, it's a Marvel game. It's not X-Men. Marvel something or other.
No X-Men are in it. I could have sworn I
No,
saw
there has
Wolverine.
X-Men in it, but like the game is not
Yeah,
called
that's what I
X-Men.
was-
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me look
I don't
this
know
up.
what they call it. These jabronis make some bullshit up, but it's all the same characters. It's all the same fucking guys just running around. There's
Does
no
that ha-
Punisher though.
Does that have a release date though? I don't even remember.
I thought it was
being
before the
Cosmic
end of the year.
Invasion, right?
Yeah, isn't that
Yeah.
before the end of the year, right?
It just
I
says
think
it,
2025
it. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, but yeah, just like Metroid, it does not have a release date yet.
Oh shit! What about Terminator? The Terminator game side scroller that looks cool. I think that's also coming out this year, where you play Sarah Connor and stuff. That looks cool. He-Man, I think is also coming out this year. Another beat 'em up side scroller.
What about that
Mhm.
Marvel game?
Yeah, Mandy, that's what we were talking about. The
That's
Cosmic.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You see, he didn't even know Marvel game, X-Men game, cosmic bullshit. You're giving it all these weird names. It's just superhero game, superhero side beat 'em up, but there's no Punisher, and that's upsetting because he should be part of the universe. If you're
Listen,
gonna put Deadpool
Punisher-
with guns,
Punisher,
then you can put Punisher.
Punisher can't do nothing. He's the guy with guns. Deadpool got healed. You got the healing factor.
Well, you got to be real good and don't get hurt. Punisher just gotta take a beating. And go out to-
Cosmic
Guy with
Invasion.
guns,
Thank you,
no.
Seth. Yeah, no date yet. Just
Co-
2005.
Cosmic Invasion with the Punisher. The Punisher's just like, I'm gonna kill him with some guns. It's like, really?
Why not? Super guns.
They'll give him some cosmic guns.
There you
That's all
go.
you gotta do.
Oh, or his ghost guns from back in the early
Yep.
late 90s.
Oh,
that
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
Cared about.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his phantom guns.
Are
What
they
a-
putting Ghost
Ghost
Rider in
guns.
there? We should have Ghost Rider in there. I want Ghost Rider.
Chris, what about you? What game are you looking forward to at the for the rest of the year?
Oh, I'm not looking forward to too much. I mean, my sights are set on Resident Evil, which ain't till
That's
end of
next year,
February
yeah.
next year. Yeah.
What about
So I mean,
F?
I'm curious about Silent Hill. I mean, I'm not as excited about it. Like Resident Evil, I'm like, yeah, I'm on that. But
Yeah.
Resident
Silent
Evil.
Silent Hill is more like, all right, I'm gonna see what Rich or Tony says, and dip my toe back into Silent Hill. Carlos will take that toe dip, because I haven't been in it since what, PlayStation 3? I forgot
The
last time I
Room?
played.
Wasn't it the
Man.
Room that you played? Or
Oh yeah, Silent Hill 4. No, I played Homecoming. I think that was on
Oh,
360. Yeah, I played
oh.
Homecoming.
Man, I have to say this: if Rich was here right now, he would be just giving us gold. Well, Chris, I find that very interesting because you told me that your most anticipated game was Ghost of Yote.
What's going on, Tori?
Oh man!
Yeah,
Shout out to Rich. Yeah, Rich would be giving us gold right now.
I know, and then my reply would be like, the most exciting thing about Ghost of Yote is those PS5 shells.
That's it. Oh man!
By the way,
yeah.
what's it called? Freaking, you know what comes out when I'm on vacation?
What?
It's Call of Duty.
Oh, there you go. It happened. The
So-
curse.
The
Even
curse.
though you
But
don't care about
I
Call
wanted
of
that
Duty.
excited.
Yeah, fuck it. You
Yeah,
don't care about no duty.
I don't really care, and people are gonna sidestep that date, so it's safe to say that I think the curse might be broken, but we'll see. I didn't mention Ghost of Yote either, and I'll be honest, most of it is because of Ghost of Tsushima. I just
Yeah.
thought it was a good game. I didn't think it was like as great of a
God,
game that
one
everyone
more.
thinks it is.
Borderlands 4.
Oh, is that dropping this year?
Yeah, that's dropping this
Okay,
year.
so there you go.
A few months. Yeah, I think October, November, coming out.
All right, there you
They
go.
sent me the email.
They
Sent
got
me
the email.
We got the emails.
Oh
I'm
man,
like, yeah, well, get hyped. I said, maybe.
yeah. I'm gonna have to look through the
Battlefield
comments.
6 comes out as well.
Yo, you hyped?
Hey man, my dabble. Oh, also you mentioned Ninja Gaiden, Tony. I'm
Yeah.
almost done with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Nice.
So we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see about Ninja Gaiden 4.
To quote Rich, it's a great
That game is
series.
hard, by the way.
Oh, it's brutal.
It is a great series and hard as hell. That shit, I think I've died like 100 times at least. This shit's crazy.
What does it do with the checkpoints? It doesn't push you too far back. So
No, yeah,
Oh yeah, the
checkpoints
checkpoints
are pretty good. Yeah,
are pretty forgiving.
yeah. It reminds me of Prince of Persia, the old ones, when you had to go through like the different doors.
I see
with
what
the
you mean, yeah.
collapsing, the whole thing. You had to grab on the things, jump, swing, don't drop, and then slide through the door and then shoot a guy.
It's that, and it's also a lot of Mega Man as well. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you mentioned, shout out to Geno Breaker who subscribed to Prime. He asked actually a question.
Oh, okay.
He says,
yeah, go ahead.
thank you all for all the content. Tony, did you beat Delta yet?
Bro, have you not listened to the show? Yeah, my review went up on the 22nd. I beat it like 4 days before that because I got the review code. So yeah, I did beat Delta, and we got a question about Delta, which we're gonna answer a little bit. So yeah, I beat the game, man. It took me like 5 days to beat. Probably it only took me that long because work. I got the review code on a Friday. I went ham on Saturday. I forgot what I was doing. I did something I think I went to go see Ninja Turtles on Sunday, and then I just played for like 1 hour or two a night, and then I beat it. But yeah, I beat the game. It's fantastic, but we'll get into it a little bit.
People that went to go see that in theaters.
It's great, man. It's so fucking good. Yeah.
They went back to go see it, and I don't know if they did it in all markets. I think it was just in New
just
York.
select markets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was the question from Getsu about Delta? The question was from Ragnos. Basically, the question is, can we get a review? Again, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right, because we still got a couple questions here. All right, let's move on. Alpha Chuck with a few questions here. That's you, brother. Let's go. Okay, so I will say this. As you know, Geno Breaker, we don't do like full Angry Joe style reviews and shit. Our reviews are basically we just talk about the game for like 10, 15 minutes. So we will do that because when you ask the question, this was the setup I was going to say before, but I was saying now when you ask the question about Metal Gear, like when you get a guys to do a review, my response was going to be, listen to the last show. We did that already. I'm like, oh, wait, we didn't review it because the game had a funky embargo date.
Yeah.
It was literally 3 hours after we had gone off air. I couldn't even tell you I was playing the fucking game. So then Friday, obviously we don't have a show Friday. Then that Sunday, nobody asked us about it. We talked about it briefly on the Thursday show about the performance stuff. But now you asked us here, so we will answer. So there you go. But as you know, we don't do the full formal, here's a specific video. Our reviews are always within the actual show itself. Anyway, Alpha Chuck, and I wish Brett or Brian was here for this one because I think they're more knowledgeable about this. But we'll do our best. Where did all of the RTS games go? Back in the day, StarCraft was one of the biggest PC games in the world. Now the genre has been relegated to a very niche category. Did they just morph into games like Civilization, which is called 4X? I didn't know that was a thing. Unfortunately, I don't play the genre. I don't keep up with it, so I don't know. Like there could literally be a million RTS games right now, and I literally wouldn't know. But I think you're probably right that they're just not around anymore. That it's more Civilization type of games. But again, I'm not knowledgeable in this genre to speak on it with authority. I don't know if anybody here on the podcast is.
I can speak on some of it, but definitely not with authority.
Yeah.
But the thing with RTS is it's been years. I mean, Warcraft was one of the biggest RTSs out there, and then they made World of Warcraft, and then they forgot how to make RTSs.
Yeah, remember World of Warcraft? Not Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.
Warcraft 3.
Our boy Mike was always playing that shit.
Yeah, and so they did that. They're one of the biggest ones, and also StarCraft. They made 2, and then that's it. I played StarCraft 2. It was great. I think a lot of the genre kind of switched from PC and all that to a mobile. I think there's a lot of mobile RTSs.
Command and Conquer mobile, like Command and Conquer.
Don't you all got phones?
Yeah, I mean, Command and Conquer was like up there with Warcraft initially, and then EA didn't do anything with it, and then they're like, throw it on mobile.
Yeah, but Syrian Air Force, I think you're kind of proving the point, though. He goes, didn't Halo have an RTS? Yes, years ago.
Yes.
Halo Wars,
too.
Yeah. I played that.
Didn't Gears of War also have one as well?
To my
I think they
knowledge.
didn't release it.
Yeah, they
Oh, they
did.
did?
It came out.
When did? Yeah, well, that was years ago, wasn't it?
It's been out for years ago. It's still out. It's still there. It's on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Forgot the name of it, but I played a little bit. Did not
Put it
like
up for
it.
Game
But it's the same thing. It's in the universe. You move them around. You strategize. You know, do that type of thing.
Gears of
Get your
Tactical
forces
War.
together. Gear, yeah, some Gears
Gear-
Tactics.
Gears Tactics.
Yeah,
That's
Gears
what it's
Tactics.
called.
There you go.
They tried it with Halo. Those both sucked.
Halo Wars,
I like
yeah.
Halo Wars. and,
Halo
Yeah.
Halo was actually supposed to be an RTS originally.
It was, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I don't. A lot of us aren't experts on the genre. All right, next question here. On that same note, what other genres have been left to the wayside over time? Are there any that you wish would make a triumphant return?
Oh, it's nice. Fighting games made a triumphant.
Yeah,
return.
they did.
They were kind of languishing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thing with fighting games, they always like die or thrive on Street Fighter. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, it's true.
You know, when Street Fighter 3 bombed, nobody cared about the genre. Then everybody came back with Street Fighter 4. Then it languished again when Street Fighter 5 did bad. And now it's back because Street Fighter 6 is doing well, you know? But yeah, like, again, the one I always say is like 3D platformers. Like, when you see shit like Bubsy, you're like, oh yeah, I remember these games. You know, and it's funny because remember, 3D genre platformers were like everywhere in the 2000s, you know? But yeah, that one's gone. It would be nice to get. I mean, we still have them, Astrobot, obviously. Donkey Kong.
Nintendo does.
Yeah, Nintendo was like the exclusive holders on that shit almost. Jeffrey says arcade sports needs a big comeback. Yeah, man, we don't get those anymore. Like NBA Jam and shit, Mutant League Football. Like, we don't get shit like that. Light gun games, that's a good one, Seth. Light gun games, but those are hard because like those guns don't work on modern TVs, you know?
You got to get the adapter. There's so many of those that are still out there. People are making them. There's a lot of third-party companies actually making them.
Yeah, but they're not like
play with old games. It's all the old games.
See what I mean? They're not new, yeah.
Yeah, they're not making Lethal Enforcer 7.
You know, there's no fucking Virtua Cop 3 or something like that, you know? Or actually, I guess it would be 8 by now.
Well,
yeah.
they just did put out House of the Dead.
Oh, there you
but
go.
It doesn't have a light gun.
Yeah, no light gun. Yeah, they don't work with HD TVs. All right, what other genres do you actually? Wait. Yeah, what other genres do you think have been just left by the wayside?
I feel like
Mega Man.
Souls
that's not a genre.
like games.
Which one? Souls-like games?
You know, we don't have enough.
We don't have enough. Yeah, we definitely don't have enough. Actually, I would say, even though now we're finally getting one with like Ninja Gaiden, pure action games are kind of gone. Like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, and shit. Like Souls-like kind of erased that shit. You know, which is
Nier kind of is one of them.
Nier, yeah, that's one of them. It's definitely not a Souls-like. Yeah. By the way, man, your cat's getting big, man. Oh,
Lost Soul Aside.
you mean it should have been lost and set aside? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Card games. Remember when that was a genre? Like with fucking Gwent and shit? You know, and
they make so
fucking.
many of those.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right about that. But I remember like when they were like more well known, like Gwent and fucking what's the other one that was big? It was like
Magic
Hearthstone?
The Gathering.
Hearthstone,
They still do
yes.
Magic the Gathering. Hearthstone still around.
Yeah, but are they new though? Or like, what are new entries?
They do updates. Yeah, there's always new entries, updates,
Yeah.
and some seasons, as they call them. People are into that. They're still doing it.
Games as a service.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. And the last question from Alpha Chuck. Also on that same note, are there any current genres you see fading into obscurity over the next decade? This is an interesting question because part of me wants to be like, what game genres do we want to fade into obscurity?
Well, if you would have
Yeah, get rid of roguelikes, survival likes, souls likes, like get rid of all that shit.
Software.
Yeah, no, just them. Jeffrey says Sega making any racing game that isn't some Sonic related needs to come back. Yes, that's all we get.
The racing genre, the racing genre is kind of slowing down in a way.
Yeah.
Like,
Unless you're a fucking
pun intended.
European and you get a F1 game every year, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, looter shooters. I want that genre to go away.
Oh yeah. They can go.
Yeah.
Go
Actually,
somewhere
no.
else.
I think that's actually appropriate for this question. What genre is going to fade away? It's already fading. You know, looter shooters and shit.
Oh, looter shooters.
Yeah, that is one because remember that was like the hot stuff. You know, and now you know, when new games try to do it, they don't work very well, do they? Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because think about it like this: if Destiny 3 comes out, do you think it'll garner as much attention as the previous iterations did?
No one will care. I think that genre is done. Yeah, I think that genre is done. Destiny holding on for dear life. I agree with that. Yeah, what other genres do? Again, because it's hard to be like separated from what genres I want to go away. MOBAs, are they dying? Are they still around, MOBAs? I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the old, like the League of Legends, those are still kicking.
Yeah,
still pretty popular.
But I guess there's not any new MOBAs like before, so maybe that's one.
Stealth games.
That's pretty much extinct. You know, like what's the only one fucking doing stealth games now? Hitman. You know,
you didn't like Outlaws. Outlaws.
That wasn't really a stealth game, though.
That's what they were trying to push. Remember, that's what sucked. You had to sneak around.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you failed that stealth.
Like I know. Yeah, but it's not a stealth game. Like you could be like Assassin's Creed is a stealth game. Yeah, it has stealth elements, but it's not a stealth game.
Assassin has to do its stealth. If not, you're Rambo or something. Run in your face.
Yeah.
You're gonna get bullet.
Well, the way they designed the games, that is how you could play them. You know, I didn't like with the last 3 Assassin's Creed games. I didn't bother with stealth. I just ran in and killed. I didn't get punished for it. You know, whereas the first few games, you had to be stealthy. Splinter Cell, man, don't get me started on that shit. Fucking Ubisoft. You know. And yeah, it's like,
aren't they doing like a TV show or something like?
I think it's probably gonna be trash.
Yeah.
I mean, like
it's an animated one. It's animated.
The only like stealth game that's come out recently that's not Hitman, and this is an old game. It's Metal Gear. You know, that genre's pretty much done, man.
What did I just play? I just played something where I had to do all this stealth shit. What was it?
Yeah. All right. Let's get into it, man. Ragnos, aka Geno Breaker. When will we get a full, in-depth review of Metal Gear Solid Delta? Please do one. Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite game of all time. We're gonna do one now. Me and Manny specifically. Manny hasn't beaten the game yet, but he's played enough. He's at the Shagohod, bro. So you already know.
Yeah, I'm at the Shagohod.
Although to be honest, Manny, you could have just done the Virtuous mission. Your review would have been fine. You know,
well, I mean,
you get what the remake is about from that. You know,
that's part of the reason why for that open demo they had for fans to go to. They had everybody just pay the 40 minutes of the Virtuous mission.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll start off with Manny. You feel to jump in when you want. The thing that's most important to understand is, even though it is a remake, right? Like, you know, it's redone graphics and everything. It is pretty much there's little differences here and there, but graphically and even the core of the game is pretty much what you remember, right? There was never a point in this game that threw me off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This isn't Resident Evil 2 remake. This isn't Dead Space. This is pretty much like, it goes a little bit beyond this, but it's more comparable to like Shadow of the Colossus remake, right? It's the same thing. They're even reusing the same old motion capture animation. It's the, you know, I want guys to understand that if you played this game before, this is the way I explain it. This game looks the way my mind remembers the original one looking, right? Like, obviously, if you play the original, you're like, oh, whoa, this doesn't look as good as I remember. But this looks the way your mind remembers it looking, right? Everything looks nice and stuff. By default, you do have I call it a realistic filter where the colors are accurate and everything, but you can revert back to the original. What is the name of that, Manny? They just call it nostalgia filter. Yeah, legacy. Yeah,
they just call it legacy.
Yeah.
And
but
it
yeah,
gives you that. It gives you that sort of like greenish tint that a lot of Kojima's games had at the time. Like even going all the way up to Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, they all had that sort of greenish matrixy tint to them.
Yeah, no, even Metal Gear Solid 4 has that as well. But yeah, this was another one of those games where I was like, because this is not one of my favorite games. This is my favorite game of all time, period, right? I'm like, don't fuck it up. I'm very worried. So remember, I'm coming at it from that standpoint. This is the way to play it now, right? And but to be fair, if you're not happy with it, you could go back and play the Metal Gear collection, which is available now too, you know?
Or you can go if you're not happy with the third person view. Literally, you can put it into like a classic or legacy mode, and all of everything goes back to it. So it's a top angle again. All the controls are pretty similar. I mean, there's some little things that are still left over from the new game, but it's definitely that sort of idea. It's like it's like kind of like playing the DS version of Metal Gear Solid 3D, Metal Gear Solid 3D, the 3DS version of it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like playing that, where he has the sort of the crouch walk and stuff like that, which they added to that game. So it's sort of like that idea where it takes into account that previous version. In fact, the way you interact with the codec in that game is very similar to the way you do it in this game.
Yeah, exactly. So it has a lot of that, the crouching is really cool. You could shoot in first person more accurately. And to me, and I've actually seen some other people say this too, it actually makes the boss fights easier. I feel like I was taking these guys out like nothing once I remembered how to, their patterns again, because I would die at first. I'm like, wait, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I got it now. But no, again, go ahead.
Oh, no, go, keep going.
Yeah, no, again, and then the other thing that kind of made it easier is the fact that, I did remember all this stuff. They didn't change anything substantial, right? So if you have this shit locked in your head, you're gonna do fine, right? So that could be a good or bad thing. But to me, I'm like, I'm glad that Konami didn't decide, fuck it, we know better. We're gonna redo this whole shit from scratch. I'm glad they didn't fuck it up.
I said this on a recent post on my Twitter, which I wrote this long thing about it. Because there's a lot of people that are kind of getting poo-pooed about the idea that the frame rates and all that stuff are awful and bad and all that sort of stuff. But one thing I said about a lot of this is that, I think it would be a different story if Konami and the departure of Kojima and Konami, the separation of Kojima Konami was a lot better. I think people would be a little bit more open to doing a Silent Hill remake like idea, where in other words it's the same game but it has all these different different changes, the way they worked things around. But to be honest, because of that moment, anything they could have done that changed it so drastically from a Kojima game with giant quotes on it would have caused a lot of turmoil within the fan base, with everybody else.
One thing I found interesting, you notice how the credits say inspired by Metal Gear Solid 3. Very interesting.
Yes.
They
say they keep Kojima's name at the beginning of the thing. But yeah, it's definitely using a lot of what Metal Gear Solid 3, most of what Metal Gear Solid 3 was, but where they did their improvements is on a bunch of the things that fans and people have had issues with the gameplay in general.
Yeah.
So they gave you options up the fucking wazoo. So if you don't like the way the new menu format of the way things are, you can just go back to classic, the classic way of having it, with the camouflage in the right corner and the energy bar in the left, the weapons on the weapons and items on the two bottoms of the screen.
Yeah,
so,
a lot of little quality of life things, like you don't have to go into the menu to change your camouflage. You don't have to go into your menu to save. You don't have to go into your menu to heal. Like they really streamline things. There are moments where you will have to go into the menu, and I felt that was a little, that's still kind of clunky. But I really enjoyed that aspect. And there's also a couple other things like that threw me off at first, but I understood why they did it. Like even though you could crouch, you can't run. But it makes sense why you can't run, because the levels are pretty much short. If you could run the whole game, you just steamroll through the whole thing. So I get that, but there's still
you could. But in general, what they did do is they actually did slow down his run speed, and this was proven by a bunch of the fans already. His run speed in the new mode is actually slower, and his run speed in the legacy mode, which is the top angle one, is back to normal.
Interesting.
Same thing with
Do you know
Same
why
thing
they
with
did that?
I'm not exactly sure why they decided to slow it down, but for some reason, him running his normal run speed is actually slower than it is in the if you switch it to the classic mode. Also, there's a bunch of other funky things inside of the classic mode. I think he climbs ladders faster in the new mode. So which makes him get up the ladder during the Snake Eater song a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's also a bunch of there's bullet drop in the new game. So in the new mode, there's also bullet drop. So whenever you shoot the tranquilizer, you see them go and arc downward. So you have to compensate that for that. In the old one, no.
You
can
said
just shoot somebody from across the
Did you say that only happens in third person shooting?
It happens in third person, and it happens a little less in first person mode. Like it's still there, but it's not as drastic as it is in third person mode.
Okay, yeah, because the reason I'm asking is because
weird.
when I did a lot of the shooting, mostly for the bosses in first person, I didn't experience bullet drop. But to be fair, I was close enough to probably not even notice that.
You're close to them.
You know?
If you're a little further away from, like, let's say, because like in the old game, you could shoot a guy from the opposite side of a map and get him like perfectly. Right?
Yeah.
There is no bullet drop in the original game. So they, if you play that version of it, all the things that game did all still exist. So the way he locks in on people when you press the R1 button, all that sort of stuff, it's still in there. And also as well as the bullet physics. Also the main menu changes back too, by the way.
Yeah.
So like how the main, if you guys have seen it, the main menu, it just sort of shows the at least before you fully complete the game.
Yep.
It shows you the virtuous mission forest, right? Where the first forest that you see with Snake's bag hanging down and all that stuff. And then if you put it into the other mode, the legacy mode, it's different. So you actually see the old thing, with the like the silhouettes and stuff and the camouflage behind it, kind of like the way the old menu was.
Yeah.
So
since I beat the game,
everything.
Yeah, since I beat the game, I don't see the virtuous mission thing anymore. I see the field of white flowers. Yeah. One thing that's cool, and I want to know if you caught this, the PlayStation menu changes depending on where you are in the game, which is really cool.
Yeah. A few games actually do that, where in other words, they actually put a little bit more effort into, like, okay, like let's say if you're fighting the end, you actually see the end and all that stuff. This
is the first game I played that I've noticed that. Like, I'm not saying other games will do it. I'm just saying this is the first one I've actually noticed it, because usually it's always just the same thing. I was just like, oh, I guess I'm going to be staring at Snake's face the whole time. But then when I finished the virtuous mission, sure enough, it changed. And then other parts like the Eva scene was there, the boss scene was there. So yeah, again, really good version. And there's one thing I was very pleasantly surprised by, they kept the Guy Savage scene, but it's different, right? It's still Guy Savage, but instead of like you being this like dude in like a jail type of setting, fighting like guards or something, you're like in this Bloodborne type of like thing, and you're fighting vampires.
It looks very Castlevania-y.
Yeah, that was really cool. Like, and it works the same way as before. You save your game, you reload, and then you have this nightmare. The
nightmare.
That was really good. There's a bunch of stuff you unlock when you beat the game, obviously, which is really nice. And then, Manny, I want you to talk more about this. There are some dialogue changes, but nothing big. Mostly with like. Or maybe not mostly, but you will notice it with like paramedic. Like some of the things she says are updated.
Yeah, if you know the game and you know the game, there are certain things like, especially that she adds in later. So like, there's one part where you're having a conversation about Godzilla, right? And in the original game, she says, "Oh, hey, it's because he's saying to Snake, oh, you need to see the Japanese version without Raymond Burr in it." And it's like, oh, maybe in about 40 years they'll finally release it over in the States and you'll actually get to see it for yourself.
Okay.
In this one, she says something similar to that, but then she goes, and then maybe it'll win awards.
Yeah.
He's like, and in the old game, she says, "Oh, it's the 50th anniversary of Godzilla, by the way, this year, but in the year of Metal Gear 2004." So in this one, it says she says 2024 is the 70th anniversary. So
it's pretty fun.
So they updated that, and then also so along with Guy Savage, because this was actually cut out of the HD collection.
It was,
of the game, right? So now that all has been restored, but there's some changes. So
by the way, man, I almost forgot. It's actually Guy Savage Delta, which is fun.
It's called Guy Savage Delta, developed by Platinum Games, by the way.
Which is crazy.
So they got Platinum Games to just make that one little bit of game. Anyway, so after you have that, the Snake has that little nightmare thing when you do the save. It not only makes the red save like it did in the original game, where you see that weird red save, so that you know that you have it there. It also gives you, if you call all the different members of your support team, there's little fun bits of dialogue, and the dialogue with Sigint. Oh, okay. The dialogue with Snake has slightly been changed to essentially make it a little bit more generic, because in the previous one he actually said things that were sort of specific to the other things, like, I was fighting these guys with hook swords and stuff like that. So it's sort of just, he just says that they're monsters and all that other stuff. So it's sort of general sort of things he says. And then the other thing is that when you speak to Sigint, he talks about a nightmare that he has, that it's this monster, that is this monster walking on two legs, that when it shoots, missiles that are made of shit that turns everything into shit. They changed the shit line to crap.
Oh, interesting.
That's it. So yeah, the whole conversation still happens exactly the same way he said, but he doesn't say shit. He says crap. So it's slight little adjustments they've done there. Also, some of the obviously they've done this on the HD editions of the game, where they essentially changed the voice lines to just be generic. Like, in the old games you used to say stuff, press the X button to bend down. Now it just says press the
action button or whatever.
Whatever the action button or whatever button it is. So they actually went through and bothered to re-record a whole bunch of new lines and things. And okay, Snake versus Monkey has also been added back, which is essentially the little crossover with Ape Escape for PlayStation. But Ape Escape is not on the Xbox.
Uh-oh.
So what do you think the Xbox got?
They
got Snake versus Bomberman.
Interesting. So how does that work?
A whole totally different game.
Wow.
So when you have the conversation in Snake versus Monkey, you have a conversation. They have a conversation like opening.
No, I mean does it play like a Bomberman game?
It plays like a Bomberman.
That's
game,
crazy.
But not from the top angle. It's like, in other words, he throws grenades and then they have that little cross thing, just like a Bomberman game. And then you have to throw it out of the little Bomberman and essentially eliminate them. That's it.
Wow, that's kind of cool. That's a Gremlins 2 situation. The VHS and the movie version had two different things in the middle.
There's two different things. So both consoles have something exclusive.
Isn't Astrobot in the PlayStation one?
Astrobot is in the PlayStation one. So if you hit like a special, there's like in each level there's a special character. So one point, Astrobot, you find him hiding, and then you catch him just like you would in the Astrobot. He'll jump up in the air, and then Snake will put him in a box, and all these PlayStation logos will explode all over the place. So very sort of PlayStation centric. But Snake versus Bomberman, there's a whole new conversation that they re-recorded with Otacon and Mei Ling. So something is not even on.
Oh wow! I got to check that out. That's cool.
So yeah, it's only on the Xbox version. I don't know about the PC one. I don't know if Astrobot's on the PC one. We'd have to look into that. Whoever's been playing that on PC probably has to tell me for sure. But at least when I played it on PC, which was at the Metal Gear event, it was Snake versus Monkey that was there. But yeah, on Xbox it's Bomberman, Snake versus Bomberman.
Yeah, and that kind of gives me a segue to the next thing I want to talk about. We talked about this on the Thursday show, but since this is a quote-unquote review, we'll toss it in again. I play the game on PS5 Pro, and if you read my review on Tom's Guide, I didn't even bring up performance because I didn't feel it was a big deal. I only ever experienced it during the beginning of some cutscenes, like when it would transition from gameplay to the cutscene, you would see it dip a little bit, but then it'd go back, right? So I'm like, that's not really worth talking about because it doesn't impact the gameplay. But one of the things that kind of annoys me, and again, I respect what Digital Foundry does in general, but I also feel that sometimes, especially in this case, they make people focus not on the wrong thing, but they shifted the conversation about this game from like, hey, how is it different from the old game? Does it live up to it? To this performance is bad. That's all you see YouTubers and influencers talking about, and it's kind of annoying because like every time I wanted to talk about this game on Twitter, I can't because it devolves the other performance is shit. But I'm like, have you played it? No, but Digital Foundry said it's shit. I'm like, okay.
I mean, to be honest, like it must not be that shit because it's still pretty damn high on the Steam ratings right now.
Yeah.
So,
but that annoys me. Like they just, it's like we can't. Again, and I'm not. And I said this on the third show. I'm not trying to say we need to forgive performance problems, but in some cases, just like with fucking Donkey Kong as well, if it doesn't negatively impact the gameplay, you can be like, okay, this isn't. This is worth saying it's a thing, but not worth it being the entire conversation,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on that. But overall, again, my favorite game of all time. I think they did this justice. I'm very happy with it. And that now I can't help but think I'm like, and I know it's going to be way harder. I saw this great video on. And it's from last year, but I think it's still relevant about why Metal Gear 4 isn't out. Metal Gear Solid 4 isn't out yet. Yeah, I didn't think about this. There's a lot of licensing shit they're going to have to go through in that game. Like all the Apple stuff, for example.
The Apple iPod.
Yeah, among other things. But yeah, it's like, oh man, I saw this. I see how great this is. I'm like, I want Metal Gear Solid 4 to get the same treatment. That would be. I'm not going to hold out any hope for it, but it would be good. But I got Metal Gear Solid 3. I'm happy with it. If you've never played this game, I think you're going to have a blast because here's the thing. Gino Breaker says, he goes, I'm 35 now and I'm playing this now versus when it first came out on PS2 and I'm understanding the themes so much better. Those themes still hold up. It's still a great story that anybody could resonate with. You won't be like, oh, this shit is dated. Like, no, it all works about, loyalty to your friends, to your country, honor to yourself. All these things are really, really good, So it's still a fantastic game. Yes, they can feel a little old, but I think the controls and some of the other niceties really smooth over things for like modern players. So I don't think it's going to be too much of a hurdle. Anything. The only weirdities that people may find are just Kojima shit. It's just Kojima stuff. You're gonna have to just deal with long cutscenes and weird random shit. That's not old game design. It's just Kojima design. But it is interesting playing this game after Death Stranding 2 because I'm like, oh, he was, because he had to be way more restrained in this game than he is now. Obviously, Death Stranding is just like go nuts, with his crazy eccentricities. But this game very focused. And again, if you've never played it, you don't have to play the other Metal Gears. This is a self-contained story. You'll get more out of it if you have played the other ones, but not that much. You're like. The characters, the story, it's all its own thing, man. It's fantastic. I love it.
I definitely think that definitely the control. Like I've said this before, that out of all of the Metal Gear games to remake, it would definitely be the canonical first of the games, which is the most self-contained.
This one,
it doesn't depend on the other titles to do anything. Yes, a lot of the characters from the other titles do appear, but this is officially would be their first appearance. It also sort of reads a little bit different. And then not to mention that, again, they made it because Metal Gear Solid V, 5 was probably the most popular as far as gameplay wise, because it's the most open to experimentation as opposed to, and I think that was one of the things that a lot of newer players have sort of gotten hang-ups on when it came to the original, going back to the original titles, like going back to Metal Gear Solid, going back to original Metal Gear Solid 3 or original Metal Gear Solid 2 or 1, so now it's the most. It definitely resembles a lot of what they were doing on 5, and then you could probably move in from there. So I mean, there's a lot of Peace Walker stuff in this.
Oh
now.
yeah,
So,
yeah. There's a lot of stuff. We're not going to get too into that, but yeah. So there you go, guys.
Yeah.
There's our review of Metal Gear Solid 3. Go buy it. All right.
There's a new online mode that I find really interesting. It's called Fox Hunt.
Okay, my question is, how do you access that? Because I've looked, I can't find it.
It's not out yet.
Okay, that explains it.
So Fox Hunt is their new online mode, which I'm so glad that they addressed this. The biggest issue with at least from what they're showing, the biggest issue from Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear Online, was always the fact that their online mode never fucking felt like what's that thing? Felt like a Metal Gear game. They felt like a shooter.
Yeah.
You're just in an arena and you're shooting the shit out of each other. This one, hiding and doing all this sort of stuff, is part of the gameplay. Yes.
That's good.
That's the way it should work.
Yeah,
that's Metal Gear there.
Yeah, but yeah, that we can't talk about that if you haven't played it. Because when I was playing the game, there was a bunch of question marks, right? I'm like, oh, maybe that's the online, but it was actually just Guy Savage Delta.
It's Guy Savage. Yeah, once you complete the game, Guy Savage Delta does appear on the main menu.
Yeah, you're welcome, Gino Breaker. He says thanks for the review. You got it, man. I was very happy when I got this question because I thought, I'm like, oh, we must have done it because we always do game reviews, but game review embargoes usually lift, on a Monday or Tuesday, not on a fucking Friday, or Thursday. If this would have been 24 hours earlier, we would have done it, but we did it now. There you go. All right, let's get to the last few questions. It's not a couple, it's a few here. One subset with a bunch of them. Does anyone think EA is secretly working on NBA Live to put the 2K series on notice like Battlefield did to Call of Duty, or is Live out to pasture? Just like with the RTS question, I have no knowledge of this shit, so I have no idea. Has anybody actually just tell me what is NBA Live like? I guess that's EA's basketball game.
Yeah, it's EA's basketball game. There's two. There were. What?
Go ahead.
There are two main games, basketball games back in the day. It was NBA 2K and NBA Live. NBA 2K is made by 2K Games, obviously, and Live is made by EA. And I don't know when the last time the last NBA Live came out, but it's been a while. So I don't, like Tony, I have no clue. It could be that maybe it'll happen, but I don't know if there's anything to go on to think that at the moment.
Yeah. And of course, the one guy I thought would be able to answer isn't here right now. Adam. You think he had to go do something, I guess. I gotta have something. But yeah, I think I speak for the rest of us that we don't play basketball games, so can't tell you. Who knows? All right, next question. Is Soulslike the current trend in gaming? I don't know about the current trend, but is a current trend in gaming. Absolutely, especially with all these Chinese studios and shit and Korean studios. Everybody's doing a Souls-like game now. And people are already getting tired of it. I know. And we like, my thing is like, I just like Souls-likes from Frostware. That's it. I don't care about, whoever does Neo. Don't care about, like, I just want the original recipe, so that's my thing. But no, you're right about that. I mean, isn't fucking Hollow Knight a fucking Souls-like too? Like, it's like everywhere. Gino Breaker says it's the current oversaturation, that's for sure. Yeah, it is. It is very oversaturated. But yeah, Carlos, isn't Hollow Knight a Souls-like, or am I bugging?
I wouldn't consider it. I mean, the only thing that would be Souls-like is just like, it's at the difficulty. I mean, it's not that hard, but
yeah, I think it's more like a Metroidvania.
Oh
yeah, it's more.
Yeah, but no, you see it everywhere. Even those Star Wars games were very Souls-like. Stellar Blade has some of that, and then there's just obvious knockoffs like Lords of the Fallen and the Lords of the Fallen. Just insane. And obviously Neo, although those are better received. But yeah, I think it's time to put that genre Not the passion, just give it a break. Give it a break, guys, especially the Chinese studios. It's like, does every game have to be Wukong now? Like, come on, guys.
And they patent like 12 more
They did.
Chinese
Yeah.
myth things. Like they're going in.
Yeah,
They're
Black
gonna get
Myth,
way more.
whatever,
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say. Where there's a woo, there's a way.
There you go. Oh, man. All right, next question here. Will there be a Dino Crisis remake announced at the Game Awards? Who knows?
I wish.
I doubt it.
Right.
I highly
Yeah, I
doubt
doubt it. Yeah.
Capcom is too busy.
You know how long?
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. You finish because they just take forever to make everything.
Oh
It's
my
not gonna
god!
happen,
Every RE fan has been begging Capcom for Dino Crisis. It's always like, "Where's Dino Crisis?
Yeah.
Are you gonna make that?" No, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. To be honest with you, I mean they seem to tease it, but I don't know. Not even the rumors coming out from inside Capcom. There's never a mention of Dino Crisis, so I doubt it.
Yeah, I highly doubt it. But I will say this though. Capcom does like to hit you with sudden shit out of nowhere, but I don't think it's happening. Like the big one I remember is like, it was just like some like financial thing. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna do a Resident Evil 2 remake. People are like, wait, what? You didn't hear shit for 2 years, and all of a sudden, hey, here's Resident Evil 2 remake. It's dropping in 6 months. So Capcom has a history of doing shit like that. But then you have stuff like Deep Down that's never come out. Or Pragmata that just kind of went away for a while, and now it's being put out there again. So yeah, it's hard to say. But I'm with Chris. I don't think that's in the works at all. They're too busy with other stuff. Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, Street Fighter, Pragmata, and fucking Onimusha as well. So they already got a lot of stuff in the works. So I don't think they're focusing on Dino Crisis. And again, they've been teasing this shit for years, All right, next question here, and this one's for me, but everybody could jump in, obviously. Tony, in your opinion, what does the next Virtua Fighter have to do to stand out among Tekken, Street Fighter, and Mortal Kombat? My first answer is don't be like those games. Be Virtua Fighter. Don't do any fucking comeback mechanic shit. No fucking power rage meter. No crazy hit spark shit. Keep it raw, bruh. And the trailers so far have been giving me that. Like it's just like pure kind of kung fu stuff going on. Lean on what made you Virtua Fighter, the realistic stuff, So if you do that, yes, you won't be fancy, but you'll stand out, because if you try to be like the old guys, like the current guys, then you're not gonna stand apart. So lean into realism, That's what I would suggest. Yeah, what about the rest of you guys? What do you think could make a Virtua Fighter stand out?
Virtua
It has to be
Fighter,
good.
Has to be good.
Make it good,
Yeah,
yo.
don't suck.
Don't suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I just feel like there's. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not a big Virtua Fighter fan. I played it like maybe once, I think. But so, it has to stand out in a way where people are enjoying it. The core fan base is satisfied, but it's also garnering a lot of new folks into the genre or into the franchise. So in that way, I think I can't be as detailed as someone that is a fan of the franchise to see how it'll stand out. It just, it has to be something that gets the people going.
Yeah. It gets the people going. Manny, you were going to say something?
No, I mean, yeah, like you said it right there. Like, it's like, how do we get it? How will we get back Virtua Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
don't be like the other guys. That's how you get back to it. You don't need to be Tekken. Again, look at all the other fighting games. They're all crazy and over the top. So do the opposite, which is ironically what you've always been doing, And obviously, this is a game from, Studio RGG, right? So they're also going to have an actual story this time, which Virtua Fighter has never had. There was that quick look at Wolf, right? There's like a teaser trailer for Wolf for Virtua Fighter 6. That trailer had more lore in it than all of Virtua Fighter combined. It really did. You know, like he used to have a pack of wolves. Now he's a lone wrestler. You know, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of story for Virtua Fighter. You know, and even in his character design, like the guy's wearing a leg brace and shit. Like, oh, he's an old fucking wrestler. You know, so it's like, yeah, I want to see more shit like that. And even with like, you know, Stella is like, whoa, what's that about? That's not Sarah. What is this whole bridge between worlds situation? Like, that's already way more lore than any Virtua Fighter has ever had. So I hope they lean into that as well. Jeff says, go full Kung Fu. Give me Kung Fu theater presentation. Go ham on Jackie Chan, like blocking environmental stuff. Keep the triangle. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. That'll be good. Yeah, like just make it really fucking dynamic. And you're already seeing it too. Like they're doing dynamic blocking instead of just like being stiff, like, you know, reacting like that. Like, you know, it's like that is cool. Like little things like that, other fighting games aren't doing, you know. So it's gonna be great, man. But at the end of the day, I don't think it'll be very difficult to stand out. Don't be like the other fighting games. That's your basis. And again, you already have a comeback mechanic in Virtua Fighter. It's called ring outs. You know, I would say, you know, there is another fighting game with a ring out, but Soul Calibur isn't around anymore. So that would already make you stand out. Ring outs, you know, ring out. It's great stuff. All right, we got one last question here from a user who Jeffrey may know called 2DX. The question is, considering the tweet about the Steam Ninja game bundle with Shinobi and Ninja Gaiden, if you could only pick one, which would it be? I don't know if you guys saw that. Like, they're actually doing like a really cool ninja bundle and stuff. You could get both games. I found the image because they used a brand new image of both the characters in one image. What I found funny was because earlier that week I had written an op-ed about why both games are great. This is before the sale was announced, and I asked our photo guy, "Hey, can you take these two images and combine them?" So, like, if you look at the time date, the image on Tom's guide exists before that image came out, which is hilarious, you know. Yeah, okay, I've played both of them, obviously, so I don't really count for this. I got both as review codes, but, like, overall, a Shinobi is better, I think. I think more people will like Shinobi better because of the graphics and the depth of gameplay. I'm not saying that Ninja Gaiden doesn't look good, because it does, but it's definitely, like, we are purposely going hardcore pixel old school, and the levels are more straightforward. There is some exploration, but it's more straightforward. Whereas Shinobi has, you know, we did do a review of this game, by the way, me and Rich, has that, you know, pure hand-drawn art style, which looks fucking gorgeous. The levels are Metroidvania, a lot of replayability. Like, when you play the game the first time, there's going to be shit that you can't access because you don't have a certain weapon or ability or whatever. So a lot of replayability. So Shinobi, I would say, is the overall better game, but Ninja Gaiden's dope, and Ninja Gaiden, in my opinion, has way better music. Ninja Gaiden, because music is so fucking good. I actually listened to it on its own, just on YouTube. Just go Ninja Gaiden Ragebound OST, just crank that shit. It's great. You know, not to say the music in Shinobi is bad, because it isn't, but it's not as memorable. I feel like it's more like modern game music, environmental, you know, doesn't have any catchy themes. There are some here and there, but not as much. Fucking Ninja Gaiden, you start that fucking game, you're already getting hit with it. Carlos, you play some of it, you know, instantly, it just hits you with that awesome music.
Mm-hmm. Now, I can't wait to play Shinobi.
Yeah.
Like, yo, man, you ain't as good.
There you go. Yeah, Carlos, that's your answer. Ragebound, because that's the one you got first. You know?
There you go. Yep.
Yeah. But here's the thing, 2DX, I know there's a trick question, because for all of us here, the answer is actually, why not both? You know, we all love Shinobi. We all love, Chris, I know you're getting both as well, you know? Mr. Seeley, there you are.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, and I'm playing Ragebound right now. And
My man.
The music's fantastic. It's pretty hard though. I don't got the old reflexes, so I'm falling a lot. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, and Adam, I know you're gonna play both, right? You're muted. Oh, there you are. You're good now.
I'm playing the Ninja Gaiden one.
There you go.
I haven't played the Shinobi yet, but I've been playing that one. It's good. It's it takes time.
You,
Like you said,
you know
figure
what's
out the patterns and stuff.
that game, the Ninja Gaiden one, it's those levels. I don't want to spoil, but there's some levels where you press up and then you switch,
Yeah.
and then you have to do something.
Yeah.
Those
mhm.
like and then you have to get the orbs to continue with that portion of
I hate
the
those
level.
orbs. I hate those orbs.
I'm like, yo, man. Like those are some of the hardest. A lot of the platforming in that game is probably some of the hardest stuff because you always got things messing with you.
Yeah. Oh no. Out of these two, Ragebound is the hardest. Absolutely. Shinobi is tough, but not. I think because I played Shinobi after Ragebound, I'm like, this shit is not as hard. Ragebound will fuck you up. Like, and again, yeah.
And there's always
go ahead.
Oh, and there's always like they're not chivos, or maybe they're chivos, but there's like
challenges,
things,
yes,
kind of achievements, challenges, yeah. And most of them, it's like, oh, don't die or something like that, or don't get hit. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is not happening.
Yeah, but the thing is, you want to at least try because you do get benefits, like because you could unlock shit, extra abilities that keep you alive longer, make you stronger. By the way, Jeff says, I dig that Shinobi leans a bit more into fighting game stuff. I got one combo linker and I was on. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I think Shinobi is easier, because if you get a good combo going, you can pretty much stun lock an enemy and they can't do shit. Can't do that in Ninja Gaiden. You got to fight them the old-fashioned way. Yeah, they're both great games. Manny, are you planning to play either of these?
Maybe a little later. I mean, I want to like finish off like Metal Gear and stuff like that, and whatever other little ones I have, sort of in there. I still have to finish off Slitherhead.
Damn. But you do plan to play them, right? You like both of these.
Yeah, I would like to play them. Yeah.
Yo, man, Lizard Cube, they got that art.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good stuff. All right, before we wrap up, I want to make a special announcement. Or actually, I'm going to let Manny give a special announcement because on Thursday, we're going to have a giveaway, people. And it is related to Metal Gear. So, Manny, what do you got?
Yes, sir. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away the collector's edition of Metal Gear Solid Delta. But this one's a special collector's edition because what I like to call the Zero Edition, which is essentially a version that obviously will come with the game, will come with the patches, will come with the little diorama, but and some cool Metal Gear stickers, but it will also come with a copy of my Solid Zero Subsistence art book, which I reprinted from Metal Gear Con that just happened recently, as well as we would have to ask you what size you are, because I only have mediums and larges as far as the Shea Boss T-shirt. But if you're within one of those two size ranges and you win, that will come with it too. But it also comes
no fatties allowed.
Yeah, unfortunately, I ran out of extra larges and two X's and 3X's. So if you're not the size, that's okay. But anyway,
I can just imagine Manny at the con, big guy. Hey man, you have a 2X. I'm fat too, so I can make fun of fat guys. It's okay,
I'll tell you one thing. I perfectly calculated how many 2X's and 3X's I needed.
Oh, nice.
That's exactly which ones I sold. So I sold out of those things.
You know your audience.
And then I sold. The only one that I may have misjudged a little bit is maybe I should have had a little bit more extra larges than larges. So I'm stuck with some, a few mediums and then some extra larges. So I mean, excuse me, larges. Also, what will come with the Zero Edition is 3 Metal Gear posters, which will be the bit, a snake, naked snake, a print of the boss, as well as Volgan and Colonel Volgan and Rykov. Those will be
Nice.
included because they're all Metal Gear Solid 3 themed. And then I'll pop in the V Delta piece that I did for MGS Con. So you'll get you'll get 4 prints, the collector's edition, and an art book, and a T-shirt if you fit.
All right. So yeah, stay tuned for the Thursday show. We don't have the rules set, but we'll come up with something by then. We'll make it fair to all fans.
Yeah, my guess is that we'll probably have you answer a question or something like that, and get you in on it.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, man. To start wrapping things up here, let's do some plugs. Adam, what's going on with the TV terminal?
Bunch of shows. We're getting ready this week. It'll be the season finale for Dexter Resurrection, episode 10. So we got that going. Josh and I still covering Chief of War, Jason Momoa series. I think we're going to episode 7. And Lawrence and I started doing the Terminal List Dark Wolf, which is crazy military drama. That is a lot of shooting in there. You want a Call of Duty show? This is your Call of Duty show. They got a little bit of everything going on here. You got snipers and you name it. It's a great show. It's over on Amazon Prime.
It's a great series.
It's a great series, right? It's cool. It's a spinoff. That's the other thing. Some people, we spend more time when we talk about comments. A lot of comments from people that just have not read the books, because there are books. It's a book series, but from a former Navy SEAL. But in this is a prequel to that, and this is separate from the books. So it's same characters from that universe, but the author of the books, Carr, started working on this with Amazon, which is cool. That's what they should all do, instead of just adapting a book, which is what we're seeing, books and comics, and into a show form. Just make something new. Just make something new for it. That's what this is. It's something new. It's a cool prequel. Very good. A lot of action. If you're into action and spy drama and military combat and all that stuff, this is a show to watch. So yeah, we're going into episode 4. That one, but yeah, that's what's going on. A lot of that, and then Gen V, that'll be the next thing that comes up. We're doing that, so a lot of stuff. TV Terminal on YouTube, and then also you can check it out over at the Coalition there as well.
All right, Manny, you got anything?
Well, MGS Con is all done with. Thanks for the folks who came by to visit my table and get some stuff. Usual shit. Power Rangers Prime number 9 out in the streets. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Journeys number 2. That's also going to be coming real soon. And then also Street Sharks is also on the street as well. So you can get Street Sharks covered by Carl Randolph and myself as well. So lots of fun stuff. Still a few more nostalgic things to be coming up, that I worked on. So stay tuned for those.
Yeah. And also, since Rich is in here, I'll plug the Coalition. Go check out the Coalition. Rich obviously was at PAX West this weekend, so he will probably have a bunch of cool stuff, not only to post on the website, but he'll probably tell us some stories come Thursday. So definitely stay tuned for that. He's already told us about some of the things he saw there, but we can't tell you about it yet. So stay tuned for all that. It'll be good. Yeah, what's up?
Not sure if Adam mentioned this, but next Sunday is the return of the Chosen One, the Double
Luke.
D, Daryl Dixon.
Daryl Dixon.
So if you guys,
yeah,
I am Negan, hosted by Adam Vale, Mr. Richard Rayleigh Jr., myself. We're gonna be back, and I have a feeling this is gonna be a lot better than Dead City. So stay tuned.
Definitely is. Definitely. It's funny when I sent that out with the comments that came from Amazon, from AMC, and you saw some of the comments. People were not liking any of these spinoffs.
Oh man,
they're like, well, unless they do a reunion. I'm like, why? Why do we need more of that? We've already had that. We want new stories, new locations. That's what the gripe always been, right? And this is what we got. They're now in Spain. So they went from France to England to Spain, and they're actually on location. It's not some backdrop done in Manhattan Beach in California.
Yeah.
This is actual locations, nice, cool drone shots showing scenery. This is what you want, right? We always said about it. It's like, oh, we want to see it go somewhere else, and here it is. I don't know why these people are poo-pooing this. So It's good though. It's the best out of all the spin-offs. If someone's not sure about watching any of them, watch the Daryl Dixon. It's the best one.
Daryl Dixon.
Yep.
All right, man. We're done here, so make sure you follow Throwdown on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube, join a Discord, and check us out on your favorite podcast app. Links to everything down below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco. And tonight, I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Chris Seeley.
Take care, everyone.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
And Adam Vale.
Have a good week, everybody. Enjoy Labor Day.
There you go, man. All right, guys. We'll see you on Thursday, late